All right, everybody, I'm super excited to bring to you part 2 of season 4 of the Simeon Henderson Show live. There you go. We are live. We are downtown Chicago at the Sage Room on 67 East Cermak. I want to give a big shout out to the owner, Kenny Johnson, my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, my producer, Jose Perez, and your Chicago fly guy, Shelton Smith. We're doing big things, and we inspire, should I say, we aspire to inspire, educate, and motivate you in this world during these times. And the Simeon Henderson Show is giving a voice to the people, and you know how we do. We kick it off something like this.
Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, there ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. This what you wanted, cause ain't no turning back. This what you wanted, cause ain't no turning back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. This is part 2 of season 4 live of the Simeon Henderson Show. Now, tonight I'm excited to have with me artist and entrepreneur Damon Lamar Reed. Now, Damon is a proud graduate of the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and to date, Damon has created 200 public art projects. 200. Now, his art projects include work that Damon did for Super Bowl 46 and the original Showtime movie, or should I say series, The Chi, Gatorade, the Chicago Blackhawks, and Ticketmaster and Sears. Damon Lamar Reed's work, it's been featured by the BBC during the George Floyd riots, and Damon Lamar Reed is living proof, living, breathing proof that Chicago's got talent. Yes. Before we bring Damon up, we want to show you a little bit of the great work he's been doing. Check it out.
Crown, running for the crown. So heavy on my bones. When I'm sitting on my throne, I'm running for the crown, running for the crown.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed seeing some of Damon's work. Remember, we are live and we are actually outside. So you're gonna hear a little bit of the outside noise, whether it's music, people walking by talking. This is a live show, so just enjoy the interview and have a good time, because sometimes you can't do anything about the elements. Now, Damon, I wanna say congratulations. Congratulations on your success as an artist that's not starving. You know what I'm saying? Starving artist. Well, you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Thanks,
so talk to us about when you discovered your talent for the arts.
I would say back when I was a young lad, back 5th grade.
Old school,
Yeah.
young lad.
No, but I was in 5th grade. I won Artist of the Month,
Okay.
and I got recognition from people. I was good at it. I enjoyed it, so I stuck to it.
Now, not Artist of the Week, Artist of the Month. That's 30 days, guys. Depending on what month you're in, it might be 31. And if it's leap year, 29, right?
I got the photo too. I still got the photo.
So tell us about your background. How did you go from, now this is something you guys don't know about. Mm-hmm. How did you go from hip hop to art?
Now, I would say, and I'm still hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when I look at art, art is about creativity.
Right.
So regardless of what medium I'm using, if I'm painting, I'm still, using my creativity to inspire. If I'm rapping, same message, different medium. So I may pop out and do a sculpture. You know what I'm saying? I'll play around and be acting like you one day.
I like that, guys. He said I might pop out. But see, here he is right now talking about mediums and all of that. Man, you do know I couldn't read till I was in the 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
So it's still a lot of words that I'm learning. So when you say
That was
that
CPS.
medium, that yeah,
Chicago Public School.
I am a product of the public school system. Yes, but I hear what you said. I met Damon in the world of hip hop. So when I saw your art, I was blown away.
Thanks,
Right?
thanks.
I was so blown away by your art. Talk to us about the emotion that you experienced. The emotion you experienced having your artwork featured during the George Floyd riot. Like that was huge.
Yeah. What happened? I got a you know, an email from this company. They wanted me to create art for a board up. So I wanted to do something bold. I ended up doing this picture of this boy, and it was, you know, we can show the picture, but it's kind of like a chain or a shackle, whatever you call it, kind of going through his eye, you know, going through his face, and it just talks about like the ideology behind like a chain, like, you know, people wearing chains, you know, people wearing shackles,
Yes.
people wearing handcuffs, you know, all that things have changed. So it was a powerful moment, and like I said, the BBC reached out to me, and they decided to do a whole feature, you know, about that art piece. So yeah, it was a.
Speaking of that piece, if I can have my producers pop that piece up and show everybody real quick so they can see the piece that we're talking about that was featured by the BBC during the George Floyd riots. Here it is. All right, everybody, that was a powerful piece. I really hope you enjoyed that. And it's something that you can see all the time when you're looking at his work. Speaking of looking at your work, where can people find your work at?
In the public, I have, you know, across Chicago. I actually have, if you go to my website, DamonLamarReed.com, I have a link to a map of my murals in Chicago. So that's the easiest way. But you can find it in Lawndale, you can find it in Woodline, Chatham, Uptown, really
You
every
did some
neighborhood.
stuff at the firehouse in right off Ogden in Lawndale.
Yeah.
Right, I
definitely.
live over there, and I know Coach and all the people over there.
Okay.
So I came, and I actually missed. I was out of town when the last event you did there a few weeks ago.
Yeah, the Hip Hop Fest.
Yeah, the Hip Hop Fest. I missed it because I was out of town. Talk to us. What is it like for you to be a hip hop artist as well as an artist? What is that like? What goes through your mind when you're doing each of them?
I would say just creating. Like, one thing I really like doing is writing, you know, and I kind of have a tagline. I say that I paint raps and I rap paintings, you know. So, you know, writing, I'm trying to tell that story when I'm rapping. You know, I'm like, you're thinking of your bars and things like that. And when I'm painting, I'm painting that story. Like they say, a painting is worth what a painting is worth a thousand words.
Words. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell that, you know, my strokes, they the metaphors, you know what I'm saying? So,
My man,
yeah.
That's a smart guy right here, guy. That's a smart guy. He said his strokes are his metaphors. You guys don't know what metaphors is? Google it. Ask Siri. So give us an update on the Still Searching documentary that you're working on. What is that? What's up with that?
Yeah, now Still Searching is a series of paintings that I'm doing where I'm painting missing women and children from the Chicago area. So right now we've done a couple murals. I've done canvas paintings. I've talked to several of the families. You know, some families I can't even find. Right. You know, it's hard to find some information about these women. But I'm really trying to raise awareness about I don't know what you call it, but just, a lot of people don't know that there's so many women and children missing. And to me, it's like a safety concern that I want to get out, but also I want to honor, the families with it. And I actually have a solo art show coming up in October 23rd at 345 Art Gallery.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
On Canty.
Yeah.
Corey Williams, that's my buddy.
Yeah, so
we'll be there supporting and getting footage of that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be displaying paintings I've done. I'm gonna have probably prints of some of the murals. I'm gonna invite the families out, you know, and you know, we just want it to be a big, I don't know, a big awareness.
Yeah. You want to raise awareness.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: doing what you do, it's not just about money. It's not just about the craft. It's about people.
Yeah.
And your purpose. You're trying to affect change, and you're changing lives. And not only that, brother, you're healing.
Thanks.
You're healing. Where does that come from? That ability, or that urge, or that urgency to make a difference in people's lives?
I would say, you know, growing up, I wouldn't even say I grew up a Christian, but you know, I became a Christian, and part of that is I strive to, you know, be like God. God, the first thing, I don't know if the first thing, but God is the creator. So being an artist, you know, unless I was other than being like a carpenter, you know, what else can I, you know, I'm trying to be like God. But, you know, so I have, you know, I don't know, I was born with that ability to create things. And I believe that, you know, you can have a career, but with every career, you need a purpose for that career. So, you know, a career is something that you do to make the money, but your purpose is something that you're doing for other people. So, you know, so when I create art, I remember I had a conversation with I guess you could kind of say he was my manager for this art program. And he was kind of telling me, it's probably not going to be a way. It's not going to be a way for you to make money and create like this uplifting art that you're trying to create.
Right.
And you know, then I saw him like 5 years later, and he said, "Oh, I see you doing good for yourself." You know, so. I also believe that, you know, if you have a gift, you know, it's gonna make room for you. So, you know, and I had that. You know, I have faith, you know, ever since I started doing art, that's the only job that I had. So next year, I don't know what's going to happen, but I believe, you know, even in my broke times, like you said about a starving, it was times, I was, you know what I'm saying? It was, you know, getting change out, going to the corner store, but I had faith that greater was going to happen.
There it is. And that's what I tell people all the time. You have to keep going and walking in your purpose, no matter how it looks, feels, or sounds. And everybody is always talking about chasing their dreams. Well, I want to encourage you not only to chase your dream, but I want you to create your dreams. That means that dream that you have, make it come to pass. And how do you do that? By putting in the work. You all know, I always talk about faith, and I don't oppress on anybody my beliefs and what I believe in, but I know who I am and what I know whose I am. So I applaud you for not being afraid to say that and speak out. Everybody, Damian Lamar Reed, we'll be right back. We got to pay a couple of the bills. All right, everybody, we are back with part 2 of season 4 of the Simeon Henderson Show live. I'm sitting down with the awesomely talented Damian Lamar Reed, and he's one of Chicago's finest artists and hip hop artists as well. So, Damian, I'm honored to have you on my show because I've been watching you move. And everybody wants to interview DLR. See how they did? Black people always get somebody to DLR. Is he a singing group? R&B, baby? No. But what was it like for you to be highlighted on WGN?
I would say, you know, this Still Searching project, you know, I believe that this project is, well, I know it's part of my legacy. You know, it's not something I'm saying, oh, I do this today. This is, it's something that's gonna live on. So for them to highlight it, that's helping, you know, it's just starting. You know, it's kind of like the seed that's just growing. And I'm looking like one of my biggest, I would say, things that I would like to happen is even if we could bring back information on one woman that's missing, if somebody sees one of my pieces of art or sees it on the news and calls, or the police start doing more work and bring back some information because the news, it keeps highlighting this situation. So I'm looking at all these different things is just seeds to help create that change.
Right. Yeah. Because all these different outlets and avenues is bringing awareness.
Yeah.
And the more awareness that can be brought to it, we can start to recognize and find people and have solutions to these problems.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so cool about your work. Your work has purpose.
Yeah.
It has purpose, and I like to say each piece has a purpose.
Yeah,
You can use that. You can use that. No, but I think that's so cool, man, what you're doing, because your mindset is focused on making a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Where did you get that from?
That mindset?
That mindset on being focused on making a difference, was it instilled in you from your mom, your dad, a teacher, a mentor? You have daughters.
Yeah.
A wife and daughters. What is your drive in wanting to bring so much awareness to not only equality but justice and helping people?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, my wife Nicole and my daughters are, a big inspiration of me, wanting to make that difference and to, just be better. Definitely God, is a big part of that. And if I wasn't an artist, I always say that I would be like a sociologist, because I like to look at these problems and try to solve it.
Yes.
And it's kind of like a puzzle, So doing this art, is, hey, how can I look at these issues and what kind of solutions, are in my power and in my abilities to bring. And that's what I'm really trying to do.
My brother, you truly have a heart for the people.
Yeah, thanks.
And I think that right there is what's going to take you over the top, because what you're doing is not selfish. It's selfless.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we need to have in our journey. Now, let me ask you this. Talk to us about how you see the human conditions reflected in your work.
Of course, we talked about the still searching with those issues. Every piece I do, even, doing mural art, some people do murals and they just kind of, hey, I'm just painting a picture.
Right.
When I create murals, I'm actually, it goes back to that puzzle. I'm looking at, I'll go to a community meeting. People would express, their issues and the problems that they have. And I'll go back and I will find like a parallel between myself
Right.
and their issues. I can go to the north side and the same issue they may be dealing with is the same issue that I'm dealing with, and I'll create art, as an answer to that issue.
Wow, that's dope. That's super dope. And last thing I want to ask you is this. Tell us about how you became the only artist to be reflected on Chicago's band roster and pre-qualified artist list.
Yeah, they have, a RFP, request for proposal, application process. For the artist roster, I believe it was 50 artists were selected. And pretty much we get, preference with public art projects that the city has. And we don't have to we can kind of skip the red tape. And with the band roster, it was an application process also. And they chose, it may have been 50 artists also. I'm not sure exactly how many, but they sent me the email saying,
you were one of them.
Definitely. And with that one, it's the same way if people are having events in parks and the city is funding it, then, they'll pay me, to rap. So, it's the same type of thing. So
that's dope. That's dope, man. So One thing that I've learned from my brother is your gift will make room for you. You just have to walk in it and don't give up on your purpose. Don't give up on your dreams. And remember, put people first sometimes. Don't make it always about self. Find something that you can do to affect change in other people's lives. And believe it or not, it just might work out good for you, like it's working out for my brother Damon. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything you're doing. And let everybody know how they can go and find your work again.
You can, I like to stay on brand. I'm Damon Lamar Reed everywhere. DAMON LAMAR REED. That's the website, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And you can also go to stillsearchingdocumentary.com to find out about the Still Searching Project. And if all else fails, Google me. You know what I'm saying?
Google it. Man, how cool is it to be able to say that? Google me. But he means that in the most humblest way he can. So, and speaking real quick before you get out of here, the man and his wife and kids are all over TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and they are hilarious. I'm telling you right now, follow Damon Lamar Reed and check out this his wife, NicoleSoRandom.com. You guys will not. I mean, she's young, but she plays an old lady sometimes. It just trips me out because she does it so well. But thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks,
I want you to continue to encourage, inspire, and motivate people to simply be their best. And the best of blessings. I'm not going to say luck. The best of blessings in everything you do, and continue to walk by faith. Everybody, Damon Lamar Reed right here on season 4 of the Simeon Henderson Show. So it's that time, everybody. It's that time where I say thank you to our executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, my producer, Jose Perez, and my other producer, Shelton Smith. And before we get out of here, you know how we do it on the Simeon Henderson Show. We have the 5 things that you need to know by our very own Chicago Fly Guy. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. We'll be right back to see what the Fly Guy has to say. Check out some of Damon's art.
It's America's favorite personality, yes, your Chicago Fly Guy. And I'm bringing you the top 5 things, of course, that you need to know right here on the Simeon Henderson Show. Number 5, the celebration of Black love continues with LeBron and Savannah James. Yes, LeBron and Savannah are celebrating 8 years of a successful marriage. Congratulations, King James, on keeping Black love alive. Number 4, the Queen of Hip Hop, Mary J. Blige, relived and revisited her troubled past when she was making her Amazon Prime documentary entitled Mary J. Blige, My Life. Now, Mary, the Chicago Fly Guy, is looking for you in that nude picture that you posted, because I know you got that banging body. You just turned 50. Mary, I'm just saying, I'm singing, I just want to be happy with Mary J. Blige. Number 3, we extend our love and condolences to the family of Chicago WGN TV former news anchor Allison Payne. Allison Payne recently lost her life at the age of 57. Number 2, Real Housewives of Atlanta superstar Kenya Moore. Y'all know Kenya. Kenya said, twirl. Well, Kenya says that Bravo is coming out with a new cast for the RHOA. That's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Kenya says she might not be in the lineup holding her peach, but Kenya will be doing the most on the dance floor on Dancing with the Stars. You can catch Kenya there this season. Number 1, Minnie. Yes, y'all remember Minnie from The Help. Well, Octavia Spencer offers her help once again, but this time she offers her help to Britney Spears. Octavia tells Britney that you need to get a prenup before you marry your longtime love interest, none other than Sam Asghari. Y'all, I think Britney is on the comeback. She's on the rise. I'm your Chicago Fly Guy, and these have been the top 5 things, of course, that you need to know right here on the Simeon Henderson Show.
So once again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of season 4 live of the Simeon Henderson Show. Give yourselves a hand for coming out. Thank you to the producers and everybody that make this show happen. But I have a surprise for you guys. Before we get out of here, we're celebrating 4 seasons, and we're gonna kick it off with my man Damon Lamar. Check it out.
Yeah. It's the principle, technique unconventional, the movement for dimensional. The answer is to mention you, man in the machine.
Everybody come in.
Energy so electrical, won't make a sudden move. I am not irrational. They said they had the proof, cause it was mathematical, but they made some mistakes. It was so grammatical, the theory can't be proven. That make it your opinion. Sometimes I move in silence, then I take dominion. There's power in the vocals though. Get a system overload. You listen to the horoscope, I listen to the. I don't never go for broke. Give me all the fixings with it. I don't never quit, but the judge say I'm acquitted. The way they printing money, is it counterfeited? It ain't backed by nothing, but long as you spend it, world gon' soft. Everybody get offended, but no Indian giving. If I said it, then I meant it.
Hey!